Do you ever feel like we're living during a particularly bad period in history?
It's time to kill a person!
Hey, that's me.
I've always really been interested in the Dark Ages as a historical period because it was so screwed up and terrible in every way. It was a time of widespread ignorance, terrible violence, horrible inequality, and it just seemed like maybe there were some parallels there that we could use to explore some of the issues we're dealing with today. And that was kind of the kernel of the idea, and then we had a great time figuring out the world and the characters and the story, and it's been a lot of fun.
Well, in terms of figuring that out, especially since you've all worked together on the first season, how much did you guys get to have a say in the type of role that you were going to be playing in this? Was that kind of a conversation that everyone was having, or how did that come about?
It was, Steve, you're going to be a shit shoveler. Well, thank you, Simon. But then I was thrilled to learn that I would have a daughter and a son, and he'd be, like in the community and happy guy. I loved playing God, but God was so depressed and screwed up. And Eddie Shitshoveler, he's just he just takes it day by day and just loves his family and wants to do good in the community.
Due to the client's cold temperature, I suggest we cut off his balls. You should eat your balls.
Whoa, VIP treatment. Pays to have connections, huh?
And you're happy to be a shit shoveler as well?
Less so.
What?
Yeah, Al is a little more, she's interested in culture and arts, and she wants to be a real, academic and just see the world. So she feels a little restricted by this industry that she was born into.
I think it's really interesting we don't actually see any shit in the show. Yeah. And I wonder, was that a network note? Was that a decision? I
don't know, but on my first day, I was really disappointed. Yeah. And I kept asking I said, so how are you doing the shit? How are you making?
Yeah, the show is less disgusting, I think, than you might expect, but I would say equally violent. There's an awful lot of murder.
There was shit on set because we had a lot of animals.
That's true.
And they like to shit
They do.
all the time.
Yeah. That was their
and so that was every week. There was duck, goat, horse. There was all kinds,
You see this magic egg?
I'm listening.
You could keep that one duck, or you could take this egg, and when it hatches, you'll have 4 ducks.
And one of them will be Bucket?
Oh man, wow. Are you sure you feel good about this?
Yeah, Karan, you have a lot of scenes with Daniel as Prince Johnsleigh, but then also Prince Johnsleigh's ducks. And so I wondered who was the worst scene partner?
The ducks. When the ducks, after the first day, we were like, I wonder what's going to be like with the ducks. And then we would get panic attacks when we knew a scene where the duck was coming, because first you get the smell, and then you're trying to do a scene and you get the quacks, because they're in their little cages, but they start quacking. And then they come on set, they start quacking, and then they start pooping.
But in the original drafts, I don't know if you knew this. In the original drafts, they were swans, and very early in pre-production, somebody said to us, "Your actors will die." So ducks are better than the original.
Yeah.
I love you so much, even though you're very greedy. Don't eat too quickly, though. Give yourself a tummy ache.
Was there anything that comes up in the season that you realize you had been taking for granted that maybe we didn't have at that time? What's something that we're like, oh, thank God that we don't have to deal with that anymore?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, literally every day we'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a truly terrible time to be alive. And but part of the fun of the show was figuring out how to have the show ultimately be redemptive and have the characters ultimately have some hope in spite of the fact that they are born during this impossibly horrible time. And Steve's character feels like he was born in the very best possible community in the world. And even though he, in the majority of the episodes, his character is literally sentenced to death, he still somehow somehow loves his town anyway.
He just has the best attitude.
The Earth is flat, the devil is real, and that is everything that we know.
That's it?
Congratulations, graduates!
This obviously was not a great time for women, so how did she go about navigating how to survive then?
I I guess Al was pretty ahead of her time. But it feels like it's a pretty classic coming of age story for her. You know, in terms of like finding out who she is and dating life and her relationship with her father and brother, like all of that comes into play for Al, and that's all. Yeah, we see all that.
The show is about today more than it is a faithful, historically accurate look at the Dark Ages. I don't think. I don't think we're going to get a lot of fan letters from history professors.
I thought it was a documentary.
That being said, the costuming and the set, everything looks fantastic.
But that all stuff, we really tried in that regard to make it as authentic as possible, and even the lighting. The set was lit a lot with just available light and candles, and so in that regard, we did make a big effort to.
And then we would just totally sell it out for a joke.
Yes.
Always worth it. I mean, everyone looks fantastic in the costumes.
Oh yeah,
certainly.
Diana, did an amazing job. Yeah, we had we're so proud of our production and our crew and all of our department heads, and that's what's so cool about this show. One of the things that's so cool about this show is every year we get to create a brand new world from scratch, and obviously the cast gets to play totally different characters, but also the set designers and the props master and the costumes, they all get to invent entirely new worlds together, which is really fun to see.
Just setting up the music. Bard, play Party Mix.
A bear has a long, long tail.
Skip.
Party, 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 everybody's at the party. We're all at the party, party.
Stop!